Today we're replacing the battery on the Ford Ranger. Now this is a 3.2 litre diesel, but it's basically the same process on all of them. There's the battery. I've got the new one over there. I'll show you what we need to actually use to replace it, and it should just be a 5-minute job. Right, so we've got the replacement battery. We need 3 sockets, a 10mm, a 13mm and a 15mm, an extension bar and a ratchet. Let's get going. Right, now this should be a straightforward job. We've got to remove this bolt here, which is the 10mm. We've got to remove this one, which is the 13mm, which removes this cable, which will hold it down if you don't. We've got to remove this cable, which is nice and easy, and we've got to remove that bolt, or loosen that bolt there, which is 10mm. And the last thing that we've got to do is down at the bottom there, there's a 15mm nut that we need to take off that's holding the bracket in place that holds the battery. Right, so we'll remove the negative first, and to do that I'm just going to put the extension on because I'll need it later. Get the 10mm socket, pop that on, and then we'll remove the negative. So pop it on, make sure the ratchet's the right way, and then just remove this clamp. So all we've done is we've loosened that, and it should just pull off, and we're going to just push it out of the way so that it's not messing or in the way of the battery. So we'll keep that there. And now the positive. So again, we're going to remove this bolt and we're going to remove this connector. That's nice and simple. Just push down on top there, wriggle it, that comes out. Move it to one side. We're going to get the 13mm socket, pop that on. I'm going to remove this. Just take that off, keep it safe. Once that's removed, pop that in there. Once that's removed, then you can just take this cable out. If you don't remove that, you won't be able to take the connector off here. So now back to 10mm, undo the positive clamp, which is here. Again, you're not removing the nut or the bolt, you're just loosening it, and we should be able to lift it off. Now all the cables are really tight, so just move it out of the way as best you can. And then the next thing we do is down there, the 15mm nut. So 15mm socket, pop that on, put it down, and then let's have a look closer. So there's the socket, pop it down and undo that. Should do it. There we go, that's that off. Put to one side. And we should be able to take this bracket off. It's coming off nice and simple. Right, there's the clamp. Again, put that to one side as well. Now we should be able to remove the battery and pop the new one in, which is easier said than done. Going to lift that off, put that to one side, and then lift the battery out. Lift the heavy battery out, I should say. So just before we pop the new one in, if we just compare the two of them, this is the Ford original battery, which has been in for about eight years, so it's done me well. And it's a 68 ampere one. This is a 77 ampere one. I think that's 760 amps, but I'm not too sure. Right, let's get it put in. Right, so this is just the reverse of what we've done. The main thing to make sure is that the positive is over where the positive was and the negative is over the other way. An awful lot easier to put in than take out because of the handle that's with it. So if we pop that down there, it's also a little bit smaller as well because of the newer battery technology. Right, we'll take these protective covers off. And it comes off, there we go. And the same on the other side, take this off. Right, that's the battery in place. We'll put the clamp on first, although I won't tighten it. Right, get the clamp, pop that back on there, and then get the nut and get that in place. And the only reason I'm not going to tighten it is I just might want a little bit of playing where the battery is. Right, so we've done that. Now get all the connections back on, and we'll do it in the reverse. So we'll put the positive on. Need to open that clamp up a bit more, I think. Right, okay. And that's why I haven't tightened the clamp up. I just want to make sure everything's going to fit again. So we move that back over, get the bolt, pop that in. I'll tighten it in a minute. And we'll tighten up the clamp onto the positive terminal now. So again, back to the 10mm. Reverse the ratchet and tighten that up. Got that tightened. Just close that for a second. We'll get the negative, pop that on, tighten that up. All very straightforward. Right, back to the 13mm. Because before we do the clamp, I just want to tighten this one up. Okay, that's that done. And then back to the 15mm because we're going to tighten the clamp up. So again, back down there. And once we've done this, just connecting that cable back again with the grey connector. Now the whole reason for replacing the battery, when I've been starting it up in the morning, what's been happening is it's been taking longer to start up. You can tell it's sluggish, but also it's resetting all the electrics. So everything that I've set up on the screens in there all gets reset, which is not very good. Right, so let's pop that back in. Nice and simple. Bring that back over, and that is a 5-minute job, and we're all good to go. Let's test it. Into the car, and hopefully perfect. Absolutely wonderful. Started first time. I just need to reset any of the electrics on the screen, etc. Change everything from Fahrenheit to centigrade. To go 5 minutes. One thing that I've neglected to do was put this cover back around the battery, so I'm just going to do that now. Right, that's it. Simple. 5 minutes. The battery was £80. I could have got one at £60, but I wanted a heavier duty one. Much cheaper than taking it to a garage. Definitely a recommendation. Certainly a DIY job. You can do it at home. 10mm, 13mm, 50mm socket, extension arm, ratchet and battery, and that's it, done. Good luck.